Have you ever noticed how quickly you assign meaning to someone's behavior? A late reply becomes disrespect. A short answer becomes attitude. Distance becomes rejection. And before you realize it, you are reacting not to reality, but to a story your mind created. This is where the first lesson begins. Not everything is personal. Most people are not thinking about you as much as you imagine. They are thinking about themselves, their fears, their insecurities, their unfinished conversations inside their own heads. When you understand this, you stop absorbing unnecessary weight. The second lesson is quieter. People show you who they are through patterns, not promises. Words are often shaped by mood. Intentions are shaped by desire, but patterns are shaped by character. If someone repeatedly disappoints you, that is information. You do not need to argue with it. You do not need to reinterpret it. You only need to observe it. The third lesson is uncomfortable. You cannot control how someone sees you. You can clarify. You can explain. You can speak honestly. But once your words leave your mouth, they no longer belong to you. They belong to the interpretation of the listener. Trying to control perception is a slow form of self-exhaustion. Let people misunderstand you if they choose to. The fourth lesson is about restraint. Not every opinion deserves your reaction. Some comments are invitations to chaos. Some criticisms are projections. When you react to everything, you give everything power. Silence, used correctly, is not weakness. It is filtration. The fifth lesson changes how you handle betrayal. When someone betrays you, it reveals their values, not your worth. The mind often asks, "What did I do wrong?" A better question is, "What does this show me about them?" You do not need to become bitter. You need to become informed. The sixth lesson is about emotional responsibility. Other people's moods are not your duty to manage. You can be compassionate. You can be kind, but you are not responsible for stabilizing every storm around you. If someone is angry, let them own their anger. If someone is insecure, let them face their insecurity. Empathy does not require self-abandonment. The seventh lesson is subtle. Attention is a currency. Where you place it determines how you feel. If you constantly study who ignores you, you will feel ignored. If you constantly analyze who disapproves of you, you will feel inadequate. Shift your attention, and your internal state shifts with it. This is not denial. It is discipline. The eighth lesson is about expectations. Unspoken expectations create silent resentment. You expect loyalty. They expect freedom. You expect effort. They expect understanding. Neither of you speaks clearly, and disappointment grows in the gap. Clarity prevents quiet resentment. Say less, but say what matters. The ninth lesson is the hardest. Not everyone is meant to stay. Some people enter your life to expose your boundaries, some to reflect your weaknesses, some to teach you detachment. Holding on to everyone is not loyalty. Sometimes it is fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of starting over. Fear of accepting change. But when you see people clearly, without illusion, without emotional distortion, you stop trying to keep what is already leaving. Here is the deeper truth beneath all 9 lessons. People are mirrors. They reflect your triggers. your insecurities, your unhealed parts. If someone's behavior unsettles you deeply, ask why. What belief did it challenge? What fear did it expose? What expectation did it violate? This is where growth hides. Not in controlling others, not in fixing others, but in understanding your reactions to them. Stoicism is not emotional coldness. It is emotional accuracy. It is the discipline of seeing people as they are, not as you wish they would be. It is separating facts from interpretation. It is choosing response over impulse. When you practice this, conflict becomes information. Disappointment becomes clarity, and detachment becomes peaceful instead of painful. You begin to notice something subtle. You are less surprised by behavior, less wounded by inconsistency, less desperate for approval, not because you stopped caring, but because you stopped expecting people to be different from who they consistently show themselves to be. And in that space, you gain freedom. Freedom from overthinking every message. Freedom from decoding every tone. Freedom from internalizing every shift in energy. You see people clearly, calmly, without needing to correct them or carry them. If this way of thinking resonates with you, subscribe for more deep mindset and psychological reflections. Quiet insights for a stronger, steadier mind.